Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is an update to my last video where the gentleman, and turns out him and his father, bought a brand new 2023 Jeep Wrangler from Fontana CDJR for what I thought was MSRP plus add-ons. I want to correct myself, and I found out that he actually got it for, I think it was $12,000 or $15,000. It was a massive discount. So great job, Fontana, in pricing it right, coming down the price. What they did do is they charged add-ons. As I've shared in the past, I don't care if you want to charge add-ons. If you're coming down $12,000 or $15,000 on the car and you just need to get those add-ons, giddy up, as long as I'm getting a good deal on the car. And it sounds like they got a really good deal on the car. But that does not absolve a dealership from the responsibility to sell a car in the condition that it was advertised and marketed as new. A new car should be a new car. It should not show up with tons of damage from mice chewing through the plastic and unknown damage, maybe related to wiring, which could have happened, nobody knows. Other plastic issues that were damaged from the lot rot. And this gentleman, the buyer, was getting the runaround from the salesman, and I don't know if it was a manager or something, but bottom line is he was getting the runaround. And in this recording, I'm going to play for you in a second, is the actual buyer. I believe it's the son and the father. They did this deal. This is the son, who's actually in the car business, but was dealing with them and getting the runaround. So it turns out now, and thanks to TK for getting on the phone and doing some recon here and actually getting to the general manager and having a conversation with him, that the general manager sounds like a decent guy, sounds like a stand-up guy, said, we're going to take care of it. We're going to solve the problem. Have him just bring the truck to us. We will fix it. We will make it right.
And I'll reach out to the customer. I don't know who, obviously I'm the general sales manager of the store.
Right.
I don't know who told him he's you know, SOL, but no, he can bring the car back and we'll take a look at it and fix any issues.
So that is everywhere now. We've all heard it on TK's video, so I have to trust that they're going to do the right thing and solve the problem, because that is the right thing to do. And for those of you that were just idiotic and crappy in the comments, just saying he deserves it because he didn't fully inspect the car when he bought it, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. I bought over 50 cars. I'm sorry if I get a little worked up here, but you know, it does make me mad sometimes when I read the comments, and rather than holding the dealership accountable, some of these people will blame the buyer. Like, are you kidding me? Well, he should have inspected the car. It was a brand new Jeep Wrangler. There's no reason anyone would expect that that thing would have a ton of issues. The understanding is when there's a brand and a big dealership or a product you're buying, if it's new, it's in new condition. And if it turns out that it's not, there's this safe feeling that, well, they'll make it right. Seems logical to me. So I don't go through popping the hood and inspecting the daylights out of every new car I buy. And that expectation of people doing that, considering most people aren't us, they're not car people. My mother certainly wouldn't go get underneath the car and pop the hood and start looking at the engine compartment when she bought a new car. As a matter of fact, I don't think the hood's ever been up on her Toyota. That's just ridiculous to say. So he did not do that. They did not inspect the car when they bought it after a 6-hour drive and probably hours sitting in the dealership making the deal, and they trusted it would be right, which seems like a reasonable expectation. And when that expectation is not met, the dealership should step up, immediately solve the problem. It sounds like at this point the general manager is solving the problem. I'm going to play this recording for you to hear the conversation I had with this buyer and the whole story and the outcome and how he was treated initially. And that is something that I hope that dealership addresses and fixes, because there's no way any salesman or managers or anybody at that dealership should have ever told him, no, we gave the thing to you for too low, we sold it for too low, you're on your own. That should never be said. And that's just kind of crappy. But let's just go ahead and jump in and play this recording, and make sure you go see TK's video with the general manager. Sounds like they're doing the right thing. So now let's roll the video.
Yes, hello?
Jamal?
Yes,
hey,
this is OC Motivator?
Yeah, it is. How's it going, man?
Good to hear from you, man. I'm a huge fan of yours.
Well, thanks. I'm a fan of yours if we can get this solved. So any
yes,
any updates? Because I know TK did a video and talked to Art, the general manager, who said he's going to make it right. You just have to drive 6 damn hours. I know that's a pain in the ass, but Sounds like
I don't mind. I don't mind the drive. It's just I didn't want them I didn't want them. I don't want to answer the phone call without recording it. Jamal is me. I'm actually Jamal Jr. It's me and my dad.
Okay.
And my dad's almost 70 with 2 knee transplants. So I did. First of all, I'm not gonna let him drive that drive. I'll be doing the drive. But the second thing is I didn't want to answer the phone without recording it. That way we had proof. Because when I talked to Fred, I sent him a normal text message. I said, hey, what should I do? He's like, oh, we're all in on this one. We're not going to do anything. And then he's like, let me ask my manager. Not Art, the sales manager, not the GM. And he goes, yeah, we're not going to do anything. I was like, well, I don't even know how to do an oil change. I mean, what if they chewed up a wire? I'm not going to know how to solder it. I was like, you guys don't even want to look at it? He goes, well, we'll look at it, but we're all in. And I was like, what do you mean? I just sent you pictures. You could see just the damage. He didn't call me and say, hey, Jay, I see there's a lot raw. We're gonna take care of it, bring it back. We'll switch that foam out. We'll inspect the wiring. We'll give it a good wash and make sure it's up to par. And I didn't get that phone call. They're like, yeah, we'll look at it. So I don't trust the way they were talking to me. So I came down and I called Jeep Connect. They said, just take it to a dealership in Arizona. I took it down here, and it's the pictures I showed you where the service manager was under it with a flashlight and 2 other technicians inspecting every wire. They had no problem vacuuming out the poop and washing the engine bay for me and checking it out. But what he told me there, he's like, Stellantis will fix everything. It's going to be 3021. He said they'll fix everything as a courtesy one time. He's like, but right now, we don't want to use that courtesy for $300 worth of foam. $3. He's like, hey, we want to make sure that it's not a
wire
engine harness wiring, and it's a $10,000 job. We'd rather use that courtesy that one time on something like that, just in case down the line, than on some chewed up foam. Because we don't see anything other than that after they were under it for an hour. It was the actual service manager on his back with 2 other techs with 6 flashlights looking at everything. Wow. I mean, they did their thing there, and I didn't even buy it from them. This is them just going out of their way, just being nice.
What's the name of that dealership? Let's give them a plug. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're Bill Luke, and they said that they would take care of it right now, and I don't have to pay no diagnostics fee or anything. And the way they talk to me, they treat me like a customer. These guys were acting like I robbed them for the Jeep. And by me asking for, how dare I ask for anything? That's how they were coming at me.
Yeah, that's too bad. I mistook your email that you guys paid MSRP, so it sounds like you got a good deal on the car. But this car,
yeah, I did get a good deal. They dropped the price. They dropped the price $15,000. First, they dropped it $12,000 with 3,500 add-ons. I called Fred. I said, bud, can't you? I was like, I work at Redlands Ford. We sell Broncos all day. We used to sell them $25,000 markups. We don't do that no more. I can't even close the deal at MSRP. Yeah. I said, we can't even sell add-ons. He goes, we refuse to take them off. We're losing so much on the discount on the car that we have to make money somewhere. So I waited 2 months, like you told me, don't buy it. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. I waited 2 more months. They dropped the price from $13,000 to $15,000. So they dropped it another $2,000. So with the markup, with the add-ons, $3,500, they dropped $2,000. I figure it's only $1,000, and for me to get the car that I've been waiting for, you know what I mean?
Oh, you did good. You did good.
Yeah. So, and I got $15,000 off the car. But when you called them, they said, you didn't give me 12 or 15. You gave me 12 minus 3 equals 9. You gave me 9,000 because you gave me stuff that was $3,000. It wasn't optional. You forced me to buy it. Optional is, hey, Jamal, we recommend it. Yeah. We'll give you a better interest rate. We'll drop it a point even. We just want to make some money, but we'll make it worth it, where you're not getting screwed over too much. Nothing like that.
Right.
And I waited, and there's only 3 diesels. The other white one they had was on the lot longer. They had just sold it. So I was worried with them dropping the price another $2,000, someone would swipe it under me. Yep. So that's why I pulled the trigger so fast.
Well, you did good, and my feeling about this is whatever you paid, the car should be a new car still, right? It should not have. It should not be chewed up by mice. And it sounds like the general manager. It sounds like he's a decent guy. TK actually talked to the guy. I don't know if you watched this video yet, but
oh yeah, as soon as it posted, within 2 minutes, liked, and I watched the entire thing. I had my brother watch it, my dad watch it, and my whole family. I was like, get those views up, guys.
That's awesome. And then, so I imagine Art's probably having a come to Jesus with those guys that were giving you the runaround, and I think that as long as they take care of it, then I'll do a video, and hopefully you're good. I'm recording this conversation so everybody can hear that your story. So,
definitely, no problem.
Yeah, so I'll put this in there.
That's why I told my dad not to answer, so that I can record Art's interaction with my dad, and so that I can give you something too. So if the case they say, no, we didn't do it, no, we told them to bring it. You guys didn't even tell me to come bring it. We're gonna take care of any damage that happened on our lot. Hey, Jamal, we're gonna take care of it. And I didn't get that phone call.
Yeah, that's what they should have said. My God,
that's what I wanted to hear.
It's any car. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, geez, buy a new Toyota Corolla. If something's wrong with it, I mean, you want the customer's experience to be good. And I think that's what, if this dealer learns anything, these people that were giving you the no, we didn't make any money dance need to learn not to do that. And I think hopefully Art sounds like a decent guy. He's the GM. He's saying we're gonna make it right, and hopefully he tells those guys to never say that to a customer again. And by the way, some of the commenters in my video were blaming you for not inspecting the car, and I want you to know, if you read those, we buy a new car.
Yeah, I read everything, and I saw that, and I could have commented, but I didn't want any heat. I know the deal that I was getting 15,000 MSRP. That's why I didn't care about the $3,000 in add-ons.
Yeah, so
that's why
I'll clarify that in this video. And the reality of it is the car should be in good condition.
Motivator, one more thing I wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
I sent a message to Fred. I told him, I was like, I think it's just a few hundred pieces of dollars worth of foam and a couple of filters, and it should be okay. They didn't even want to do that. Like, we're not doing anything for you. We'll just look at it. Well, I mean, it's not an exhibit. It's not. What do you mean you're just gonna look at it?
Yeah, yeah. Especially 6-hour drive to go just look at. No, their answer should have been what Art's saying is, we will take care of it. We want the customer to be good, and you sell them a new car should be like new when you buy it. Whoops, a new car should be like new when you buy it. There's none of this. You should, now I'm telling everybody, I guess we have to inspect the new cars inside and out now. Never expected those days to come, but that's the world we're at this point. But I'll tell you, I bought 50 cars in my life, and every time I bought a new car, I never even worried about that kind of thing, because I knew that any dealer worth their name on their building would make it right if it was, if there was something out of the gate that was wrong. And I've had issues where I bought a car and the day one I found something and they fixed it without question.
And I did tell them, I work at Ford. I'm a top writer there. I work during the markups, and I would tell people, hey, if they want 10,000 more for their car, tell them you want 10,000. I would work for the people, by the people. Yeah. I would earn the deal. I wouldn't never close a deal first pencil. Even if my customer said yes, I'll work my manager, because I don't believe in that. I don't need to make $7,000 in commission. $4,000 is enough, and give them a little bit of a deal. That way they don't feel like they just got highway robbery.
Right.
But people are greedy. But one thing I did want to tell you was, when we had customers that had any issues on our Broncos, on our F-150s, anything, I would just put it in the due bill, and then they would drive it to the service bay, and they'll take care of it, and done. And I told Fred, I was like, Fred, if I would have popped the hood, you guys would have just put in the due bill and took care of me. Why are you making it this hard for me?
God, it's so
like,
true.
No, we're all, and he said, oh, we're all in on this one. We're not making any problem. Because he knows, if they're going to flip a due bill, if it's $600 in foam and filters, it's going to come out of the front end, out of the accessories, out of his commission. That's why he's more inclined to say, no, they're all in. Because, and I've been in the dealership in sales, whenever we have any due bills, it comes out of the front end. So the sales guy, he doesn't want to pay for that stuff. He wants his full commission.
Yeah. And that's why when I say, and sadly, I know you're in the car business, it's like you can end up perpetually or permanently damaged from being in the car business if you don't realize how important the customer is. And I think this last few years, there's a lot of car salesmen out there that decided that we were the enemy, the customer was the enemy, rather than the customer is somebody you want to come back. And you drove 6 hours. I think that's pretty huge. And,
yeah. So what do you recommend I do if I drive down there? Do they got to fill up my tank of gas? Do they pay for anything, or do I have to lose on a day, drive all the way out there? Like, what should they do to make it right? Just replace the foam, and I have to lose the gas and the time and put those mileage on my Jeep?
And that's a great question. So a lot of people don't like my answers when they ask me these kinds of questions, because I tend to fall on the side of, they didn't go in there and chew up the car themselves.
That's what I told them myself. I said, I know you didn't do that, Fred. I know the dealership didn't put that rat there, but what do we do now?
So it's a crappy situation for everyone involved. So my thing has always been, hey, look, where I live, and I get it. I'm not gonna, like, it's an inconvenience for me, but make the car right without torturing me further. So if I get it to you, you guys fix the car right. I'm not gonna, if you guys want to cover gas, if you want to, buy me a box of donuts or something for my time, knock yourself out. But at this point, I just want to be treated like a customer, make the car right. I know you didn't mean for this to happen. You didn't do this on purpose. This wasn't something you guys laughed as I drove away. It's a shitty situation. Make it right, and we'll be good. If you don't make it right,
I'm good like that too.
Yeah, if you take it there 6 hours and they don't fix it, and they try to charge you money, and they torture you, and they keep the car for too long, and you're, then by all means start, putting your foot down. But right now, I'd say Art sounds like a decent guy. Give him a chance to make it right and say, look, if you guys take care of it, we're good. I'll even pay for the gas, man. I just want my car to be the way I expected it to be from when it's brand new. What happens after
100%.
this, it's on me. If I roll it down a hill, I ain't gonna come back. This is something that happens. And TK was brilliant to bring up that how many other cars have that issue. So you may have saved other people the damage. So you're doing some good in the world by bringing this to all of our attention. And frankly, people are watching these videos. Hopefully we'll be more cautious buying new cars now that have been sitting on the lot for a long time, So I would look at this as you're giving back, you're making the world right, let them make it right, give them a chance to do the right thing. Also, just know, I guarantee you, Art's telling Fred and those other guys to say, don't tell a customer tough luck when they buy a brand new car that's been chewed up by mice and has lot rot. Don't say that.
That's what I'm saying. If he would have replaced that foam, it probably would have cost him $300. I would have never even done any of this.
No,
look how long.
It ruins the experience. I don't know about you, but every time I buy a car, it's like this happy, exciting, awesome, fun experience. And I'm sure for your dad and you, it's just a fun thing. And then when somebody craps on that parade, it sours the whole thing. So I want everybody to be happy, and that's what they need to do is make it right. So
yes, sir.
So boogie down. I'll put this thing up tonight, and give them a break. And if something goes wrong and doesn't happen, let us know, and we'll hold their feet to fire.
Okay, I wasn't able to call them today. I wasn't able to answer the call because I wanted to make sure I record it. Should I give them a call back tonight, or tomorrow's the weekend, or Monday, you thinking?
I'd call Art. I try to get him on the phone. Sounds like a decent guy. I would call him up and just say, hey man, I saw the video and I appreciate you guys taking care of it. I'm gonna bring it down, and can I get there early and you guys try to knock it out in a day? Or it's obviously an inconvenience, but I appreciate you stepping up, Art. And by the way, Art, here's how your people handled me, and I just don't think that was right, but I'll let bygones be bygones. You make this right.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep, you'll be good. And you record the call or not, the reality of the recording is, you've got them. You bought
because they try to make it sound like, oh, we told you to bring it in, we're not going to pay for another dealership ticket. The only reason why I even decided to take it somewhere is because you guys, all you said, you didn't say, hey, we'll take care of any damage that happened on the lot, AJ. That wasn't what Fred told us, or Jamal. He said, we're not going to do anything. We're all in on this car. If you just want us to look at it, see if a wire got, just to look at it, we'll do that. I was like, dude, I can't solder a wire. I don't even do oil change. He's like, me either. And then just stayed quiet. No result, that's what it is, and end the call. I was like, okay.
And they act like you're in the business, but what drives me crazy is when the car salesman... I would bring it
to my manager's attention. My manager would always tell me, take pictures, put it on the due bill. And I did it every time.
Yeah, but what drives me crazy is when these car salesmen act like they did us a favor. But well, I gave you such a great deal on the car. You wouldn't have done that deal if you didn't have to do that deal or need to do that deal.
Look how we talked to TK. Instead of saying, oh, he didn't pay MSRP, you guys know what you did. You said he got a $12. No, I didn't. You forced me to buy add-ons that were $3,000. You gave me a $9,000 discount because the add-ons are optional. Totally. If I would have added those on, then me personally decided, I want that scratch. I wanted that. That's on me. You did not give me a discount of 12 or 15. Right. You gave me that discount minus forceful $3,000 in add-ons. Yep. And I didn't want the car to get sold, so it was the only one.
With $500 in stuff and $3,500. So it's crazy.
Yeah, yes, sir. I don't want to take up too much of your time. You're an important guy, and I appreciate you.
Oh, good job, man. All right, stay in touch. Take care.
Take care. Bye,
Enjoy the truck. Bye.
Yes, sir. Bye.
All right, everybody. So that is the outcome. Sounds like Art is stepping up, and TK, great job in calling him. And it sounds like they're going to do the right thing. It sounds like a couple of the lower-ranking individuals at the dealership were giving him the runaround, and that's always unfortunate, especially if you're a general manager or a boss and your team treats a customer like that. It sucks, because as far as we're concerned, from the customer's perspective, is I don't care who you are, you represent the company you work for. So hopefully Art will at least rattle their cages a little bit and remind them that don't just give an answer to a customer on something like this. Come and talk to me, meaning come talk to the general manager and let me decide what to do. Just because we sold the car for $12,000 less plus $3,500, so $9,000 less, doesn't mean all of a sudden the guy has to take it like it's a you know, used as is, you know, car with damage. No, it's still a new car. They did the deal just as much as this guy, you know, Jamal, is responsible for, you know, maybe not looking over the car. They're responsible for not looking over it too. And they sold a thing representing that thing was new and a new condition. Therefore, they have to make that thing new in new condition. And they're going to do it. It sounds like they're going to do it. So good job, Fontana, CDJR, and great job on the price. Even with the crappy add-ons, $9 grand net, which is 12 grand, I think 15 grand off or whatever it is. Sounds like a huge discount on that car. So, man, just take care of stuff like this. Great prices. Sounds like you did the guy right on the price, other than the add-ons. But like I've told you all many times before, if there's add-ons, I don't care if there's $5,000 worth of add-ons on there. If the price is 15 grand less than MSRP, I can care less how you make your money. If the price is right in the end for me, I'm good. And it sounds like at least that was right. And I didn't say that. I didn't know that in my last video. It was a mistake I made. But that is absolutely irrelevant. A new car should be a new car and should not be rolled with damage. And if they didn't find it then, when the customer finds it, they need to just immediately say, I got you. I'll fix it. No problem. So with that, everybody, please like, subscribe, comment, and let me know, let TK know, let Butter know if you're all having problems out there. We'll do our best to help you in this situation. Hopefully this video helped. Hopefully the last video helped. Sounds like TK definitely helped. And let's raise awareness that just because a car is new doesn't mean it's a perfect condition. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.